Let us now look at that drawing with all the blending of arcs together. The first thing that we have to do is draw all the circles first. The circle, that circle, these two circles and that circle. Then we'll come on to that. So in this case, I have already drawn all my circles. Now I'm going to look at starting with this line here, which is a tangent. So we need to draw a line from this point to that circle, simply because the tangent is touching these two circles, right? Thereafter, we're going to bisect this line. Open your compass more than half, do the same thing, place your compass at this side here, more than half. Now we're bisecting this line, we get the center line. Let's make sure that it looks the way it will if you are using your compass. Let's do it properly. How you would use your compass, that's what is going to happen with me, so that I make sure that it looks like how it will look if you're using your compass. Trim that, and trim that. So basically this is what you would have with your compass. Now there's the center. On this center, draw a semicircle. If it's touching here, it should be touching the other center as well. So with this semicircle, I'll draw it more to the bottom or more to the left hand side, right? So I'm going to move this away, I'm going to move that away, so that when I say it's a semicircle, it is a semicircle on your case as well. So now there's my semicircle. Now on this semicircle, I've got to remember that there is a radius 25, the big circle, and there's a radius 12. So I need to say 25 minus 12. So I'm going to say 25 take away 12 is equal to 13. So I need to draw a circle or an arc onto this big circle, which must be radius 13. Right, just repeat that so that I actually pick it up. When it's 13, I must draw a radius of 13. So this is radius 13. All right, your radius 13 simply means that once it touches the semicircle, that will be the point. Let's quickly double check if this is actually 13. I'm going to double check from there to there. Yes, it is 13. So there's our radius 13. Once it touches the semicircle, so that becomes your point. So from the center through that point of intersection, you stop. And of course, it must extend to the circle at which your tangent will be touching. Then from that point, we'll slide our set squares to the next circle. So it then means we have found our blending point. That's our point, and that is our point. So now we need to draw a line from this point to that point. Now we have our first line, which is that line. So this must be dark, that must be dark, that must be dark. For now, this is what we have found. So you don't erase these constructions, you make them as they are. Moving along, now we move on to this arc, radius 70, and that arc of radius 70. Now, this arc is touching radius 25. This R70 is also touching radius 12. Right? So, what we need to do is we need to subtract 70 from the 25. So how much is 70 minus 25? That should give us about 45. Let's double check. Our math says 70 minus 25 should give us 45. Yes, of course. So we're going to start here and say 45. That's our radius 45. And the next circle that is touching is radius 12. So 70 minus 12. So 70 take away 12 should give you 58. So on this circle here, you're going to say 58. So where these two intersect is here. So from that intersection to the center, to this center, and from this intersection to this center. But of course, we can see that is touching on the other side, which is on this side, is blending onto this side. We will therefore have to extend this line from the center, extend, so that it's there. And we will have to also extend this line, which goes to until it goes to 25, which is this line here. Extend again. We need to extend this line. We need to extend this line. There's it here. Extend again. There's it there. Now this is the point that you're looking for. So let's make sure that my construction will look just like yours. So my construction should look like this, just like how yours would look like. That minus that and that. And of course I'm going to take away this. I'm going to take away that and then move everything here. Now your construction looks like that. All right. So now I'm going to place my compass at this intersection. If I open it to any of these blending points onto this point, definitely is going to touch that point. There we go. If I come here and I go here, it should be touching at the same point. Right. We will then have to take away that and take away that. Now we've got our point, our arc, so we can now draw our arc dark. There's the arc is blending. Right. So let's take away this. Now that is sorted. Now we need to draw this arc, which is that arc, radius 70 again. Moving on to this arc now. Here we will need to add. Here we subtracted, here we need to add. It's touching the radius 12 as well as radius 25. So we're going to say 70 plus 25. This should give us 95. So the 95 is coming from this circle here, the big circle. So we should get 90. So arc 95 we have, then we add 70 plus 12, which should give us 82. So 82 should be starting from here, then we get our 82 there. Then we have this intersection. Let's make sure that it looks like just like yours. If we're using a compass, this is what you end up having with your compass, and there we go. That will be your arc on top there. Okay, let me take this out quickly. Let me take this away as well, because I don't really need that. Now, from the center, it must go on to the intersection and come back to the center. There we are. This is the point. This is just next to the circle. That's the point where they will blend. And this is the point where they will blend. We will then place our compass on that center. If it's touching this point here, it's going to touch the other point as well, which is this point here. So let's use that one. Therefore, this is what your arc should look like. It's touching this only at one point. You can see that. So we're going to now make sure that our arc is dark. Remember, do not erase the constructions. This arc and that arc, same method, is addition. But you must know that your compass point should be on this side. But now we're adding radius 12 and radius 16 on the 60. So 60 is a big radius. So 60 plus 12 and 60 plus 16. So 60 plus 12 should give us 72. So we're going to place it onto this circle to get 72. Get 72. There's our arc. Then you're going to say 16 plus 60, which gives us 76. So we're going to place our compass here. Then we get 76. That is our 76. So there's the intersection here. That's your intersection. And that's what your arc should look like. Let's take these things out and that out before they disturb us. Now it's looking nice and beautiful. From the center to the intersection, draw a line. To this center here, we draw a line. Then we find the blending points. This is where it's going to blend, and that is going to blend. We will then take our compass, place it on the intersection, take it to any one of the points. If it's here, definitely it's going to touch there as well. So you then draw your arc. Now that's what your arc look like. Then let's make sure that it is drawn dark. So that is our arc. Now we need to draw this line and that arc. When it comes to this here and that curve, radius 16, so what we'll then do is on this point here, you're going to do a construction line, and onto this circle we'll draw another vertical construction line. Since this is 16, radius 16, this curve is radius 16, what we'll then do is we'll make sure that we measure 16 rather, away from this line. There's my 16 and there's my 16. So when, let's just double check, this is 16. Yes, it is 16. And let's double check, this vertical line is also 16. So now this intersection here is your compass point. So if you place your compass here, it's going to touch that, it's going to be 16, and it's also touching this point. So that's how you draw your 16. So you'll then trim, or rather darken what you need to be darkened, so that your drawing looks like this. And what needs to be dark in this case is this line and that curve. So you leave your constructions as they are. So this is how we'll do the typical drawing that looks like that.